Hello everyone, welcome to the course on Electrical System Design. In this video, I am discussing the topic General Aspects of the Design of Electrical Installations for Domestic Dwelling as per National Electric Code Guidelines. First move on to supply characteristics in residential building. In connection with a new building, the following aspects are to be considered to bring an electric supply to premises. First fact is the nearness of supply point and the position of building where the service cable is required to terminate. And second fact is the characteristics of supply, namely whether AC or DC. If it is AC supply, the number of phases, voltage levels and power rating of equipments and accessories. And if it is DC, the number of wires and voltage. And third point is maximum load demand. And fourth point is, in case of large buildings, if alternative supply arrangement is available, changeover to alternative supply is to be provided in the event of supply failure. And the important fact is that if the maximum demand is less than 5 kW, we go for single phase 240 volt 2-wire AC supply. And if the maximum demand is greater than 5 kW, we go for 3-phase 415 volt 4-wire AC supply according to rules. Next, move on to sub-circuit calculation. In domestic dwelling, the total load is divided into two sub-circuits. For load calculation and ease of design, the sub-circuits are classified as light sub-circuit and power sub-circuit. First, light sub-circuit. The following points may be considered in the distribution of loads. The first point is light, fan and 5 ampere or 6 ampere sockets are connected in a common circuit. Then the load on each circuit shall be restricted to 800 watts or 10 points. And if a separate circuit is installed for fans only, the number of fans in that circuit should not exceed 10. The maximum point is not exceed more than 10. And it is advisable to provide at least 2 lighting sub-circuits in each house so that in case of a fault in one sub-circuit, the whole house is not plunged into darkness. And the second sub-circuit is power sub-circuit. The load on each power circuit should normally restricted to 3000 watts and in no case it should not be more than 2 outlets in each sub-circuit. Next topic is general rules for wiring. While we are doing electrical wiring in a building, we should follow certain rules. First rule is the conductor used is to be of such a size that it may carry load current safely. The size of conductor depends on load current. And every sub-circuit is to be connected to a distribution board. And then every phase line is to be protected by a circuit breaker of suitable rating as per requirement. And the switchboard is to be installed so that its bottom lies 1.25 meters above the floor level. And all the plugs and socket outlets are to be 3-pin type, the appropriate pin of socket being connected permanently to the earthing system. Next, all lamps unless otherwise required are to be hung at a height of 2.5 meters above the floor level. Unless otherwise specified, all ceiling fans are to be hung 2.75 meter above the floor level. All these are the normal arrangement. No fuse or switch is to be provided in earthed conductor. And every circuit or apparatus is to be provided with a separate means of isolation such as a switch. And next point is, in any building, light and fan wiring and power wiring are to be kept separate. And in 3-phase 4-wire installation, the load is to be distributed equally on all the phases. Total load is calculated and equally shared in all the three phases. Each subcircuit is to be protected against excessive current by fuse or automatic circuit breaker for the protection of the system. After completion of work, the installation are to be tested before energization. That's all about rules for wiring. Then this is the general arrangement of an electrical installation in single phase supply. See the figure. This is our incoming cable. Incoming cable from the supply authority. It is connected to the energy meter, and through a cutout it is connected to main switch, and from the main switch the connection is to distribution box. In the distribution box there are MCB, ELCB, RCB, etc. MCB stands for miniature circuit breaker and ELCB stands for earth leakage circuit breaker. And from the distribution box, connection is taken from to the different sub-circuit in our house. In a three-phase supply scheme, the major elements are same as that of single-phase system: energy meter, consumer main switch, distribution board, and then to the sub-circuit. Here we are using three-phase 4-wire AC supply. It is connected to our consumer's energy meter, then connected to switchboard, then our distribution board. The distribution board consists of neutral and three phases, and the load is equally shared in different sub-circuits, and from the distribution board the connections are taken to different sub-circuits. That's all about design of electrical system in low voltage and medium voltage installation. Thank you all.